Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Velpin Trucking and Disposal.
Springtime means spring cleaning. Where the idea of spring cleaning originated, we don't care. But what we do care about is you being able to clean out your homes, garages, and barns with ease. That's where Velpin Trucking and Disposal comes in. Contact Velpin today to get your roll-off container now. With multiple sizes to choose from, you can't go wrong. Save time, save money, and save trips to the dump by ordering a roll. Give Velpin Trucking and Disposal a call today at 812-354-3280 or check them out online or Facebook.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah, yeah. The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over there in Velpin at Velpin Trucking and Disposal. Welcome to today's show. We're glad you joined us. Happy to have you along and on board. If you're a new listener, we appreciate you coming out. If you're one of the diehards that's watching this in your underwear at 4 in the morning because Dave releases it at 2 in the morning, I was going to say good to have you here, but good to have you here if you had pants on. Kind of have a rule here in the lounge. You got to be wearing pants.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Stone Cold Fox, then you can go pantless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a house rule. It is a house rule. So here we are. We're glad you're with us. We're recording actually on Tuesday, March 10th in real time. So we are getting to the Ides of March, Brother Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Beware of the Ides of March. Now, unfortunately, some of our listeners may not have a fucking clue what that is. Why are you singing the melody for the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Because they talk about the Ides of March in that song, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, they do.
That wreck happened in like November or whatever it was.
When the winds of December come early or something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely not March.
I'll figure it out here. You guys keep talking.
Can you name where that "Beware of the Ides of March" come from?
No.
William Shakespeare's. No, it's not William Shakespeare. Yeah, it is. He wrote.
It was.
Shakespeare's, yeah.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar.
Eat two, Brute.
Whatever that means.
And you, Brute. And you, Brutus.
You know,
Off to
growing
Hart
up, I don't know why, like when I was learning about Caesar and whatnots, I never put together that, Jesus and Caesar like shared a timeline.
I always find it fascinating when you have your doom scrolling on social media and there'll be that post where it's like, do you realize these people shared the earth at like the same time? And you really realize how time is such a construct for us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, wow, to your point, yeah, like that's kind of the same, thing there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, everybody hates Pontius Pilate, so
Mm-hmm.
Caesar doesn't quite get the bad rap, probably because it was the knife in the back
Yeah.
from Brute, but all part of it.
What a bitch.
Yeah, that's tough, getting stabbed in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's where the expression came from?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it makes
his
sense.
best friend. They're
Makes sense
BFFs.
logically.
Yeah.
Who do you think on this podcast would stab who in the back first?
I don't think any of us are fast enough to get the bulge on any one of the other one of us.
Well, but let's play in hypothetical land here. You're drinking a cold Busch Light, listening to some 80s, 90s country gold, not a care in the world. You think one of your buddies from the podcast is here just hanging out. Next thing you know, you're bleeding out on the inside.
I'd sure hope not.
Yeah.
That's a terrible thing to think.
Yeah. That one of your friends would stab you in the back.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, I try to pick my friends better than that.
Yeah. Well, that'd be like we someday actually like made it famous outside of Du Bois County. Let's say Holland, Huntingburg, Jasper area.
10% of our listeners, according to Spotify, are now from Kentucky.
Ah. Well, it was probably because we were talking about that guy that fucked a deer.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was wanting to get in on it.
By the way, our buddy Josh Luker there.
I'm gonna whip his ass every time I see
Well, you got a chance. Big fella's got a 50th birthday party coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
March
soon.
28th. Right?
something.
Yeah.
Weston has confirmation that next day.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Pastor Dan will understand. You wouldn't be the first Lutheran to sit through a confirmation. Drunker and cooter, hung over his a towel on a.
Dave doesn't get hungovers.
Not at all. Huh?
Far and few between.
You don't get
keep my-
hangovers when you keep drinking, right?
I keep myself under control.
I used to think that my freshman year of college. I was like, I don't get hangovers. This is great.
I'll
It's
tell
like
you something. This is God's honest truth. Same way.
it's like, well, you're sleeping till 2 p.m. No wonder you don't get hungover.
I
It's
didn't
like,
get hangovers until I.
When I quit smoking, I stopped getting, like I used to get bad hangovers, but when I quit smoking, they went away.
Like once you quit smoking, the hangover stop.
Yeah, and it could be because I would smoke like 2 packs of cigarettes if I was tying one on, like while I was tying one on, not counting whatever I had earlier that day.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Yeah, I think it just constricted my veins or something enough. So, like I had a buddy that said the smoking constricted his veins, and then he drank to thin it out because of the narrower veins, and then his high blood pressure is what kept enough blood moving through the narrowed veins. So
He really had it all thought out.
yeah, I mean, he's a pretty healthy guy, I think.
I seen a wanderer in the wild that I don't think I'd ever met before.
Oh, really?
More for less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feller by the name of Ben Welp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Must be a farmer because he's got cows for his background or his profile pic on the Facebooks.
Did you know you were going to Facebook stalk him?
Absolutely not. Well, he sent us a message. He said, if you notice a spike in your Apple downloads, I've been re-downloading all the episodes.
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
All back to 101 Take 2. You're welcome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Are we back up on
Big
Apple?
tall bastard.
No, that was Amazon.
Yeah, we're still off on Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to let it fly. At this point,
What difference does it make?
well,
In the great words of Hillary Clinton, at this point, what difference does it make?
it kind of maybe does a little bit. That's all part of it.
It's not like we've never talked about blowing bitches' backs out before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Hey, I want to give you guys a little update from the kitchen.
Do it.
So my wife
My wife.
bought me a instant pot
Oh.
Yeah.
with an air fryer.
Welcome to the game, bro.
And I tell you what, I at first when I got it, it was pretty heavy, big box, and I thought, oh, maybe it's like a big giant bottle of bourbon to swim in later. Open it up, it's an instant pot, and I was kind of like, I need this like I need another hole in my head.
Oh, you could par cook all kinds of stuff.
Well, so I say that I started to use the air fryer on it a little bit more early on, like it. It's turned out some pretty good product there. And then I made my first actual pressure cooked instant pot meal yesterday,
Yeah.
and a couple realizations. One, it's a nice feature to have. But two, it takes just as much time to cook as what it would have if I had done it separate pots and pans.
No, I was thinking that you could put like frozen chicken breasts in there and it'd cook them in like 9 minutes or something.
And that's not true. No, 9 minutes is not true at all. Now, you could put it on 400 and do it for like 10 to 12 minutes per side. You got to flip it.
Well, hell, you can cook it in a microwave faster than that.
Oh,
Well, that's what I
a
said.
Frozen chicken breast in the microwave.
Never done that?
No.
Have you?
Yeah.
Duh. Motherfucker was talking about eating beans and shredded cheese a while ago.
Live high up here on the Smoker Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to defrost the chicken. Just microwave will take care of that.
Yeah.
So I got the Instant Pot. So
There's no bones in it. It's chicken breast. It's boneless chicken. Like I wouldn't put a frozen.
You don't
whole
know what
chicken-
it's like, Amy. You don't know how it feels
Oh shit!
to be poor like me, David Smoker.
Good grief.
But so I made. I got 2 pounds. I got ground beef and ground sausage.
He's got
I had some marinara, and I had some like little rigatoni noodle guys, and some cream cheese. And so I even used the thing on the saute to do the beef in the thing.
Yeah.
In the little pot. Then got all my ingredients on there. Probably put a little too much liquid in there, but I was worried because they say you want to make sure like your dry stuff's covered. And then turned it on. Took kind of forever for it to get pressured.
Yeah.
Then it kind of made the little whistle, and then it did. And, 7-8 minutes, it was done. And then I kind of looked at Janelle, and I was like, could have made this faster. Just use it.
But there'd have been a lot more
Did
dishes.
you make her feel bad for getting you that?
No, I've told her it's a great gift. She knew I was a little shocked by it at first, because it just, she yells at me about stuff on the counter all the time.
Justine absolutely hates it when I do this dish, but you can take chicken breasts and salsa and taco seasoning, jalapenos or rotel or whatever, and salsa.
Salsa twice.
And salsa.
3 times?
And then you Instant
lot of
Pot that
salsa.
shit.
A lot of salsa.
Par cook that for like 15
Saying
minutes.
power or par?
Like power.
Okay.
This old timer that we used to work with had an Instapot. He would make ribs in his Instapot with sauerkraut. And he would always say, yeah, I got my par cooker out last night, made some ribs and sauerkraut.
I wonder
Son
how,
of a bitch,
I wonder
it
how
was
the
good.
ham hocks would come out in an Instapot.
Be good. Guarantee it. It was just
So-
like a pressure cooker.
So if you got some Instant Pot recipes, go ahead and throw them in the
I'll
comments.
put a book in your mailbox. I got a whole ass book.
Because the kids were excited about it. They were stoked.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was fine. So moving up. But
So could you can in that thing?
No,
no.
Really?
I don't think you can.
Sounds like you don't know you can.
Yeah, I don't know you can or not.
Yeah,
It's like a pressure cooker.
it's true. Brother Dave, what do you had going on?
Not a whole lot different from last week. We didn't really have much going on last weekend, which was great because it's been a while since I've had nothing to do.
You
Yeah,
can.
kiss
You
my
can
ass.
totally can. You can can safely in an Instapot for water bath canning. High acid foods like jams, jellies, and fruits and pickles using steam method. Nice.
Just like Sasquatch. Somehow I just knew it.
I'll be damned.
I'd be damn.
Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying.
Not too much last weekend.
Yeah, not too much last weekend. Easy weekend. That was good.
Did you guys hold on? Did you guys end up watching the UFC fight?
No, we got invited. I got invited to another thing. Caused me to leave the neighborhood. Real glad I went though. It was a nice evening for a fire.
Like, are you glad though?
Most of the evening was pretty good.
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't want to, if I talk about it, it might endanger my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, but no, it's pretty good. Other than that, met some folks. Like as long as I've been here, like it's kind of get a kick out of just still meeting new folks, especially folks that you guys have known for ages and somehow never crossed paths with.
Met Brady Blessinger for the first time.
you've never met Brady?
I feel like I probably met
Hey,
him,
you-
like a hey, how you doing? But I've
You
never
talk
sat
about an
down
old boy that can strum the guitar and drink Busch Light
That's
around
what we
the fire.
talked about. That's what we
That
talked
guy, top notch, good person.
Very.
He grew up in the 500 West neighborhood. I've known Brady all my life, which you did connect the dots that Chad Blessinger, Blessinger Insurance, and him are brothers, right? Okay, I want to make sure.
Those dots were connected for me
Okay.
because I was like, where do I know that guy from? She's like, it's Chad's brother. I was like, Chad who? She's like, Blessinger. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have put it together before that. Different
damn.
styles, different
damn.
styles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're a little bit different.
But anyway, so that was cool. Got to partake in New Gun Day the other week. That's always a good time. I like that. That's always a
Yeah.
really patriotic American type of thing to do.
Big 2A guy.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. That's probably my favorite A. is the second one.
Yeah.
I mean, they all serve a purpose, but that's like the one that I try to exercise the most.
Yeah.
But I guess since we're podcasters, maybe
1A is pretty good too.
1A is pretty high.
And 4A is probably pretty good too. And 6A. And 3A is probably pretty nice as well.
1 through 8 are definitely
Yeah.
in the
Maybe the first 10 because of the Bill of Rights, because they give you certain unalienable rights.
Yeah. Made some steaks from the butcher and made some burgers from the butcher and out here on the cast iron. That was all pretty good. Yeah, just a dull week, and I think I'm okay with it.
You got to have that every once in a while. Got to have that every once in a while.
I'm on call, so I did same thing. I've been Salad Zach for a week.
You look slimmer.
Well, Salad Zach is like a figure of speech. Like I'm not any fun. Like when Dave gets in those mopey Dave moods, he turns into Salad Dave.
Dave is fun when he gets into those mopey moods.
No, he's not.
We need Salad Zach like we need a second hole in our ass.
Hold on.
I've been in. There we go. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week. Dutchman out. Fuck you guys. You done, fuckhead?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So same here. I haven't been doing much of anything. Look at the size of that fly.
Oh, I thought you were.
That's the Lord of the
You
Flies
could
there.
put a fucking saddle on that bastard. Wow.
You could cook him up if you was hurting for
Jeez Louise. But no, same thing. Been on call. Between now and the last time we recorded, we've swam some, we've basketballed. No, we have not basketballed, but we've baseballed, and a lot of cover star videos and trampoline jumping.
What is a cover star?
It's a kid friendly app that it's like heavily policed for children, kind of
Is
sort of
this-
like TikTok.
Is this what led to the disaster in the girls' room?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
No, that wasn't it. No, that was just a
General horse
horse
play.
fuckery. Yeah,
Yeah.
is what
Hey,
that
can
was.
I ask you guys a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The Roblox
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I've seen some things that it's pretty bad.
real bad. I literally
Now
told,
William does the Roblox thing.
Yeah, you need to shut it down
Yeah.
immediately. Yes.
Devil worship.
Yeah.
Really?
It's what I actually asked him. I said, "Hey, do you know who Sean Ryan is? Do you ever listen to the Sean Ryan show?"
I've picked up on a few of Sean's things.
Exactly. So have I. Well, he had a guy on there that was a creator on Roblox. So I guess for what little I know is Roblox is like a community of games. So like
To watch him play it, it sort of looks like Minecraft.
there's games within the game, I guess you would say, and there's public chats to where like you don't wear like you wear a headset, but like you don't talk to people. I don't think in Roblox like you can type to people.
Yeah, and I didn't turn. So you can pick if you're allowed to have like messaging, and we shut that. Now, granted, he will. There's like a little message board on the side because there's all these other people playing. But
So they're grooming. There's a lot of preds on
so
there.
the guy on the show was a child predator.
No, the guy that created it.
No.
said it- From its original creation, it has turned into this.
He was actually he created a game within the game, sort of like Roller Coaster Tycoon,
I love
and
Roller
like
Coaster
built
Tycoon.
his fame with that. And then like I think he was a Twitch guy or a streamer or some shit like on that. But he was targeted by one of these. They call them groomers. So basically, like
He was like 70, 45.
the guy that I sent you the other
Yeah, the
night
picture.
was,
It looked like he was 42.
no, he was 26 years old.
Well, he's been living wrong.
But anyway,
He looks old as fuck.
no, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
But that
like he
kid,
lived in his mom's basement.
that kid was a Twitch streamer or a streamer, I guess you would call him. And he was just on there talking about how, you telling me that guy looks like he's 40 some years old?
He looks like Steven Wilson Jr.
Younger.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, he looks like Steven Wilson Jr. He doesn't look like a credible guy. It looks like he looks like a predator.
Yeah, well, he's not. So anyway, I told
So
Dave
he says.
I told Dave but so he ended up working with the police
Perfect cover story.
to like catch these dudes on Roblox. And
Yeah.
So like anyway, he's just going in telling them like Snapchat was created to send nudes and all this shit, and like Snapchat is with the Snap Map and like all these things is what these people are using. Basically, he's just blowing the lid off of how bad Roblox is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Continue on with your update.
But no, I don't really have any updates other than that. Just did a lot of. We ended up sitting around Sunday most of the day because it was just a good day to sit around and do nothing.
I got a public apology to make.
What?
We woke up early Sunday.
That's good.
Run to basketball. Made it from Ferdinand. Left at 9:44, I think. Made it to church 2 minutes early. Hauling the mail.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of church, come home, get all the kids fed. Then I go to sit down mode. 1:45 or 2, Jenna's like, I think Weston had baseball practice. And I said, son of a bitch. Because he told me at 7:30 on our way over to Ferdinand, going to be a long day. We got basketball, got church, got baseball from 1 to 3. I'm like, yep, a lot going on. He didn't make it to baseball.
But why didn't he tell you what time it was?
Well, when I told him that Brother Case said he was going to have to run, he's like, it's not even my fault. I was like, you could have come out and told me, before 1, like, hey, when are we leaving, like you do every other day. So I don't know. I'll take the heat, but yeah, he could have.
So you think he intentionally wanted to skip practice?
No, because he seemed pretty jazzed up about it in the morning. And then still after. Now, I will tell you, I'll tell you this. Them boys played their butts off. They've only got a 5-man team. The teams they were playing had like 15 plus. And
It's a big basketball team.
like every two like plays, they were 7 people in, and them poor boys just ran their asses ragged for however long trying to keep up.
Yeah.
But so who knows? He may, for all I know, he just fell right the hell asleep in there. For all I know, but
Coach Haywood and Teddy Hoop's going to have their work to do with that group.
Right.
You're going to have to.
What you been up to?
Well, not too much. The youngest has gotten better from the RSV. So
what does that stand for? Like I hear about it. I know it's like a respiratory thing, but I have no idea what it.
Respiratory suppression. I don't know.
Virus.
Is it a virus? It is a virus, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm sorry. We've been talking about it, and I keep thinking, man, there's so many acronyms. I don't even know what they mean.
Yeah.
You just know that the acronym.
You just know it.
Respiratory. Now, I want to say cynical, but it's not. It's SNYCYTIAL. Syncytial? I can't say it. I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound stupid here. But yeah, respiratory S-word virus.
There we go.
Respiratory shit virus.
Yeah, and so he's over that little. He got a ear infection out of that too, so that was always good. And then
Dre,
Go on, big dog.
it's kind of one of those deals, but he's better, so that's good. Kids are busy with all their stuff. We kind of took Zoe and Ryan in to get a little work Sunday after practice, so that was kind of nice to.
Got a football message this week about a football parents meeting.
Mm-hmm.
It's March.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that happen in the fall?
For which kid?
High school.
Yeah, they'll start.
Well, their limited contact period probably starts right now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I think summertime. Summertime they'll do their workouts like normal, but then they'll do 7-on-7s and stuff like that. I think.
I guess we're getting closer to summer. It just seemed way early for some reason.
Oh, sensational.
Sensational.
I wouldn't have had that on my friggin' bingo card.
Yeah.
SINSISHUL is how the pronunciation is. Sensational.
Yeah, that's why probably
like
everybody
sinus.
just says RSV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why that's used. So he's getting better. We actually Well, Friday night we were at Papa Frank's as always, and then Saturday we took the kids to church, and Janelle had to work late, so she was on call and worked her weekend. So we got home and we just kind of cooked, and I got into the old had a couple bourbon beverages, and the kids watched a movie, and I think probably early bedtime. Then we had the time change.
Love and I made a trip to Denny's
When?
Friday night.
Oh, yeah?
They had tortilla chips.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same waiter we always have.
Was it really the same guy?
He said, I thought maybe you guys went to jail finally. I said, it had been a while. He was like, well, you always sit at one of these two tables. Which one do you want? So he picked one. And Love goes, we're going to try the zesty nachos. And he said, we got nachos this time. I was like, you do remember.
Yeah. We make a pretty good impression.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, that made my day.
Yeah, it did. So we're busy with baseball. We're getting ready to, it's wild to think we got a game next week.
No shit.
Yeah, 19th.
Away?
Yeah. We start away and away.
Down at Tell City?
Tecumseh.
Oh, sorry with a T. I was close.
Tecumseh and then Princeton the week after spring break. So Mother Nature hasn't quite cooperated with us to get outside, but I think we'll be all right.
How's the team looking?
Well, when it's crazy, and anybody that coaches this age group can attest to when we're locked in and we're not grab-assing, we can be pretty good. But that attention span to where grab-assing comes back, not for all kids. It's probably a handful. Most part, a lot of them show up, they do their work, and, we get better. But sometimes you got to pull back on the old leash a little bit, get it refocused.
Curious to see how Weston does this year. Like I feel like he got a little taller since last year, but just this weekend he looked different. And Jenna said she thought it looked like his face thinned out. And I don't know if he just lost a bunch of weight overnight or if maybe he popped up a half an inch or something. But
He looked tall as shit Saturday when I saw him too.
Curious to see how he does. Like I feel like he's lanky, I think is the word I'm looking for.
If he lets go of the bat and hits the umpire in 2 swings in a row, he may be the end of my coaching career.
CPS or?
Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't. Dave's giving me permission to rough him up if I need to. So it just
within reason.
But no, I think we'll be.
Little fucker made me go hands on.
I think we'll be all right. I think that 7th grade group, they got their talent level is probably a little higher than the 8th grade. 8th grade's got some pretty good pieces, though. It'll just be how those pieces come together and play. But really, my goal is just as long as we can look now, and then when we get to the end of May, are we playing better baseball? Do we look better? Because that's
the goal.
Really, that's been kind of the hallmark. The hallmark of my goal is I don't care how we look in March and April.
End of May. Is it only 6 weeks? No, that's it. No, pardon me.
Yeah, we got
10 weeks.
Yeah, we got 10 weeks basically, game wise. But as long as we look better to the end, and that's the goal, that we improve and get better, and we usually do because we stay on them pretty good. I mean, it's wild to say I've been coaching this level for a decade plus. Most people move on by now, but it's just I enjoy it too much. But I think we'll be good if we can throw strikes on that 8th grade level. I think we've gotten kind of in tune there a little bit. We'll be okay. We'll be able to compete. I think our lineup will be pretty good. I think we'll be pretty good defensively. The 7th grade's got a few arms for that level moving to 60. But it's fun, like, coaching your boys because, like, I just look at them sometimes and they probably get it easier because I'm like, I know their fathers. And so I just, because Max, when I'll jump Max on something, he'll just have this look like, like he did something wrong. And usually he has. I'll be like, Max! He'll be like, what, coach?
I love it.
And he,
good.
But Matt, they're both working. They both work pretty hard. I mean, like I said, Weston sometimes he's a little space cadet because like the other day I told you, he looked at me dead serious. Coach, you see my batting gloves? Weston, when would I have seen your batting gloves, buddy? Like, oh, I don't know, coach. Just kind of shrugs and walks off. You know.
Well, this weather has me ready to sit down at the south side and watch some baseball.
I kind of can't wait to watch that. Like, that's going to be tough when I hear that and the snicker, just like that. And then I'll know that I'm down here giving my heart and soul to the program, and you guys are enjoying it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be good. But, yeah, it's
Are
good.
we going to heckle Coach?
Yeah.
Hey, just make another mound visit, Coach. We don't want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, before we jump into it, though, our friends at Hof Outdoor Power want to talk to you.
Winter's over. Snow is gone. Grass mowing season is right around the corner. You went out, kicked the tires on the old mower, and realized it doesn't have another year in it. That's where our friends at Hof Outdoor Power come in. Hof Outdoor Power has the Cub Cadet or Kubota you need to keep your lawn looking nice. From riding mowers to tractors, Hof Outdoor Power has you covered. Mow responsibly this year.
All right, big fella. One for the money, one for the money, two for the show.
Yeah. 3 to get ready, and here we go.
Yeah.
My topic simply states, holy shit, choring with the warden. What has changed?
Well, the feminist movement has involved men to help with chores. You know, unless you got a trad wife.
Now,
trade wife.
I'm not talking about the traditional chores. I'm talking about like projects with the warden. So she was off today and had went to some appointments and did some things today that she needed to get done, and then swung by the old Home Depot because we screened in the back patio. You guys remember that? And during that project that we screened the back patio in, there was a hammer thrown, not at one or another, but just in general, because I was using the hammer the wrong way, apparently, and I tomahawked that fucker into the lake.
Can I ask a question before?
Go ahead.
Did you want? Hammer only has two. Well, I guess it has three usable ends technically, but how could you been using it wrong?
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. Solidified my point.
I'm not taking sides. I just
No,
you're either pulling or you're.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I had tomahawked that one towards the lake, and then one was almost pushed off a ladder, several expletives, and then that led into like a whole night of cold shoulderness. Usually my wife and I cannot work together. Like, we cannot physically work together on a project because of, I will chalk it up to, like, there's more than one way to skin a cat, right?
Yeah.
And in her world, it's like, you're a fucking idiot. You have to do it this way. But realistically, like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, why don't we try to do it this way? Fine then, fuck it, you do it, whatever. Blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of how it usually goes.
Yeah.
So today I get home from work, and she calls and she's like, "Hey, where is this tool?" And I said, "Well, I'll be there in a minute," because I really didn't know, because my garage is a nightmare currently. So I get home and I find the things that she needs, and then I go back to the patio and I notice that she's re-screening the screen door because of those wretched felines that live around our house. They have
felines.
They have destroyed the bottom section of the screen in the screen door, so much so that they could gain entry into the screen, into the patio, or the screen room, I guess you would call it, via the hole that they have created. So
little kitty door.
Right. So her plan to combat that was to
shoot the cats.
Put hardware cloth on the back side of the door and then screen over the hardware cloth to prevent the bugs from infiltrating into our sitting area, and then retrim the door. So I was like, well, we can do that. That's no big deal. So I just kind of watched how she was doing it and just kind of fell in line and offered very minimal
critiques?
Yeah, like I offered very minimal critiques on the way I would have done it. Like she got the new staple gun that Dave bought for us because he tore up ours. And then I was using.
How did he tear up?
Well, we just used the fuck out of it. Like it was a Ryobi 101, and it's not used to, probably not made to completely tar paper this entire building.
It did a fine job.
Yeah.
Well, you made it sound like Dave did something.
No.
Like,
No, after it didn't work once, it got spiked off the ground out of there by Brother Mate.
I did that, yeah. And then it caught on fire. Like it was smoking like a motherfucker, so we took the battery out of it.
well, that's good.
But anyway, like I told her, I said, hey, in order to seat those staples a little nicer, you just got to push a little harder. And she's like, God, I'm getting weak. Can you do it? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So then
the old pickle jar thing.
yeah, right. So I ended up stapling it for her, and it just, I don't know, it just really went nicely. And we got the door finished. I had to run back to Ace to get some different brad nails because my nails were too long. They were protruding through the other side of the door.
But keep the cats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, we finished that up, and then she's like, hey, while we got this shit all out, why didn't we rescreen the actual screen door coming from the house? So then we worked together on that, and we got to a point where we were like, okay, we've done the top and the bottom, but how are we going to maintain the tautness of the screen if we just do we go do the sides first? Do we do the other end or whatever, da-da-da. So then we YouTubed it, and then she's like, oh, my God, I'm not going to listen to this guy's voice. And, yeah, it was pretty cringy, but we just figured it out, and we did it together, and we didn't fight. And we got both of them finished, and then, she went in and started supper, and I finished, and she ran kids, and I don't know, it just
Well-oiled machine.
it was shocking this evening because usually these projects don't go over the way they did this evening, but we got a lot of accomplished in a short amount of time with no arguments.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So my question is, do you guys ever project with your wives? Do you guys ever project with your wives? And
Well,
if you do, how does it go?
Can I just make a couple observations real
Sure.
Observations real quick. You guys been married how many years?
God damn it. 2011 when we got married.
15.
So roughly 15 years. So we're thinking we turned the corner because in one time of 15 years of projects, it went well. We're uphill, or was this a one-off? Because I'm all for it. I love the personal growth here, but I also just kind of want to.
I mean, the future can only tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because this exact topic next week could be why the fuck am I doing any projects with my wife? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good radio.
My project experience with my wife, so when we got engaged, we bought a little piece of ground, and we're simultaneously building a house, planning a wedding, and I don't, because with a lot of bigger projects, it's bent nail construction with Papa Frank, and he and I work together pretty well, and Janelle just kind of goes along with the vision, and she'll tell how, she'll tell you how she, just kind of like yours. I want those two doors screened in. I don't care how it gets done. I just want them done. Then that's all she's involved in the project. So I think probably the biggest test and battles came with the house. You're picking out paint colors, all this other shit. And I think my default is I don't care how it looks. I care about the functionality. So I don't care. Let's take the polar bear, for example. Good, fine piece of American-made machinery right there. Well, probably Canada, wherever parts come from Mexico. But I hate the 4 doors because it's kind of got that. It's not a pocket door, but it's got the swing-out door. It's not a full 4-door because the latch broke on the other one. So for the functionality of that thing, plus with the kids getting in and out for daycare drop-off and school drop-off, it's a mess. So I don't like the functionality of it. But the way it looks and everything else with it, got no problem. So, for me, our biggest arguments probably would have been of what color or this or that. I don't care.
Yeah.
We get paint on the wall. Probably I grew up in a home where we had hardwood doors,
A lot of white.
trim. And Janelle's like, that's not the palette color I want to go with. But in the grand scheme of everything, I was like, I don't give a shit, So I do a lot of projects independently because then your fuck-ups aren't broadcasted to the world unless you decide to disclose. And that probably helps a lot. It's easier to work as a lone wolf.
I feel like we project independently a lot. And Jenna does some pretty big projects. Like she did all the, what do you call the chair rail height board?
Wainscoting
in the hallway and all the trim. Like I'd help her cut trim or do whatever she needed to do there. But she did all that, painted it all up. And
so the fact that you guys try to work together on projects may be an anomaly amongst most.
And we help each other when need be, but I feel like most of the time, like, hey, this is your project or my project. Can you give me a hand here? Can you give me a hand there? But I can't think of too many that we've just like, hey, let's, like when she did her frames thing, she's making all those pictures and all that horse shit and stuff. Like I do all the frame cutting and building of the frames, and then she'd do all the pretty part of it. That was kind of neat. Like we did okay there, but
yeah, I guess I don't know.
I don't know. Like we've remodeled 2 houses together, and that was a nightmare. But I mean, yeah, like same with me. Like she's full of questions all the time because she is very savvy when it comes to the interior design and the feng shui and all the colors, and this is gonna clash, and the tile and the backsplash and the toilet paper holder. It's like I don't care. Yeah, for sure. I don't care what color the wall. I mean, I don't want to come home to a hot pink living room. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, neither does she, so that's good.
Yeah, you're in that same vein.
But yeah, I don't for as far as home remedies, like home improvements and stuff like that, we just like painting and stuff like that. We did that. We've painted, we've done that together and stuff before, like the basement, we've done all that shit. But then, like she'll do stuff on her day off, and then like I'll come home and try to finish it, or like think that I'm helping her, but I've actually like fucked it up more. So then she has to go back and redo it. I did that with some drywall before, but it was completely unintentional, completely harmless, no foul there. But I don't know, man. Like I just today was kind of weird, I don't know if it's because she I just caught her in a good mood or what, but like she just we actually worked pretty well together.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. But I don't know if I think I've told you this before. I think you guys just fight at each other because it keeps the home fire burning.
Yeah.
Keeps the bedroom alive kind of
Oh, for sure. That's exactly why we fight.
Yeah. Like it's not because of differences. It's just a game.
Yeah.
We all watch it and chuckle.
Yeah.
So I think what you got to do what you got to do to make it work.
Right. I don't know. That's what I was thinking about.
Well, and it could be you get the grass is green, spring sneaking in a little bit of extra daylight. I think you just start feeling better.
Yeah.
You get out of those winter blues.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Sweated today. God damn, it got hot this afternoon for a little bit.
Up to 80, I think.
Yeah. I know it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
What you got, buddy?
Front porches. So very very interesting topic, and I felt like it was a loser of one. But I wanted to throw it out there because it can go a lot of different ways. I'll first say that I'm very pro porches. You get me a good porch, whether it's a front porch or a back porch, comfy chair, and just a nice slight breeze where you can sit and enjoy it. I'm all in. But today I was driving home from work, and there was 2 older gentlemen sitting on a porch there in Minter, Indiana. Yeah. Some of you might know it, between St. Mark's and Birdseye. And they were just sitting there just watching traffic go by. And then it got me thinking about my maternal grandparents, the Sissel clan, and where Kelly Allen lives right now. That was the Sissel homestead. And I can remember as a child growing up, and Grandpa would work out in the garden, Grandma would be in the house doing whatever Grandma did in the house. But it seemed like by the end of the day, he was a big sun tea guy.
Hell yeah.
I can remember going over there early during the day. The tea'd be sitting out on the back porch, and they would be, whatever, sun tea, be working in the garden, doing whatever. But I can always remember we ended up on the porch about the time the Du Bois County Herald was delivered, when the Herald was still something to read.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember sitting out there on the porch with them, watching traffic go by, talking, reading the paper, just that kind of stuff. And I think that's why I have such a love and affinity for porches, because I just enjoy the shit out of them. And it's perfect porch weather. And I don't know. Brother Dave, you got the smoker lounge lifestyle where you got, the tunes, and that's how you like to spend time. But I like to just the solitude of sitting out on a porch with your thoughts.
That's a lot of the reason we bought the house. I got a east and a west porch now, so that helps.
Yeah.
And a south-facing porch. I don't have anything facing north porch-wise. But yeah, I do enjoy a rocking chair and sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
When I grew up on 5th Street, Mom and Dad had a porch, and it was facing the east. And 9 times out of 10, when the storms would come in, they'd come from the west. So you could sit on the porch, and the rain and shit, you wouldn't really get rained on because it was coming from behind you. And you just watch out over that, Pruse's hayfield out there, and just watch the lightning and thunder and all that stuff, and we sat on the porch a lot. Mom and Dad still sit out there when the weather's nice. Mom got her she shed in the back with a little sitting area and stuff. But yeah, I have a deck, which is, I guess, a porch. And then
kind of like a cousin too.
We've got the screened in porch, the screened in, area out there on the porch. So we sit back there every now and then, but the chairs that we have, they suck.
Well,
they're pretty low riding, but I like to sit in the driveway, which was kind of like a porch, you know what I mean, in the front of the house.
yeah.
Or out in front of the garage. I sit there with the doors open and just kind of look out and stuff.
I do like to have a fire. You can't have I mean, I guess you could have a fire on the porch, but wouldn't be good for everything.
Yeah. I really am impressed with the folks that do kind of the outdoor living room. Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily a porch, but you have that nice sitting area, the fireplace or whatnot, and you can just be able to gaze off in the distance. But we have, because Janelle and I were talking about it, we almost poured more concrete for our porch than what our living pad is, like for our house, which is absurd. I don't know why when we did it, because our porch is 10 foot in depth, and it's been great because the kids play out there all the time, but it struck a little bit of that nostalgia of sitting on a porch, and this is perfect weather for porch sitting, especially, as the weather gets warm and the grass gets green. And
did you ever? I don't think you probably ever made it up there to 1013 North Jackson when Wild Bill were at their house, with the pool and all that. So right outside their side door, they had like one of them, more of a stoop on the front of their house, the house facing Jackson Street there. But then around the side of the house where you would go in and out of the back, we called it the back door, but there was a porch there and a little bit of a overhang, like gabled off the side of the house. But then Grandpa took that white, like vinyl lattice, I guess you would call it, and just kind of made a security privacy type deal across the one side. But I'm pretty sure when the weather was fit, whenever he quit smoking in the house when my brother started going up there in the mornings for school, like probably around 6th grade when my brother got into middle school. And he did not like going to school smelling like smoke. So he asked Grandpa to quit smoking in the house, and be damned if he didn't. He said, "Sure, I'll just go outside." So he would go outside and smoke out there on that porch, and he had a little wicker, or it wasn't wicker, but it was like wire wicker. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? A little table, a radio, and 2 chairs, and a big fucking ashtray. And I bet you he would, when he wasn't working out in the shop, that's where you could find him. Like I would come around the corner, I'd park in the back by the pool and walk around the shop. And as soon as I turned the corner, I mean, he was there every single time. And he would just sit there and smoke cigarettes and I don't even know what he would look at. Maybe just listen to the radio because you couldn't really see through the lattice. I mean, he could watch his garden and looking straight, slick sideways over here and watch cars come down Jackson Street. But like, I don't know, man. He did it a lot. And one of these days, hopefully that I get to retire, my health stays good enough to where I can retire. And I plan on parking my big ass somewhere and either just watching the lake or watching the wind blow or something. Yeah.
When I was in college, the Lambda Chi house there on Weinbach, it had a back porch. And it was always interesting because you could tell those that were from more of a metropolitan area didn't enjoy that spot as much as us from this area or rural. Because there's no telling how many beers I drank sitting on that back porch because it faced the west, where if you're familiar with UE's campus, the Arid McCutcheon where they play soccer, there's a big parking lot. So it was almost a race to get back to the house on a Friday afternoon because there was a lot of commuters. It wasn't quite as bad of, people leaving, but you'd lose a lot on the weekends. And we'd sit up there and play tunes, drink beers, and just holler at people driving by, just have a blast with it. But, oh boy, could go back in time.
Yep.
But I don't know. I was just thinking about porches.
I like porches.
Fits the seasonality.
I would love to. So with this basketball goal project and with all this stuff that's going.
Yeah, what's the update on that?
Well, I don't know. So I had a vision, and which I thought was pretty decent. And I had old Dougie Boy come over Friday, and we brought the transit.
I'm not gonna lie, neighbor Doug looked like he was being held hostage. He didn't look too happy.
He was having a good time. He's drinking beers.
Yeah,
okay. Maybe he was tired, busy week.
I didn't catch any of those vibes. He was actually, he wanted to get home after we got done taking
He had steaks to make.
Yeah, after we took those elevation shots, he was coming back home to grill up some steaks for him and Mrs. Neighbor Doug. And I ended up getting called out. I had to go in and retrieve a dog that evening, so I was gone for a little bit of time. But we had set some elevations coming straight off the west side of the garage, coming out 24 feet, and then just basically straight out 24 feet and the entire width of the existing garage pad.
Yep.
So I would have had a foot of fill down on the bottom end, closest to the house, and 20 inches of cut like up on the top.
Oh, wow.
So I was going to have to basically remove all of the existing asphalt and completely reshape that whole drive going back up to the road.
You probably don't want to do that.
So, I wasn't against it because the asphalt's kind of, it's not in like terrible shape. There's no big, it's got some humps and some rolls and some stuff, but it's totally better than anything I've ever had before as far as driveway goes. So when I was gone, Brother Love and a couple other people had come over because they were all, having some beverages, and I was drinking water and, Diet Coke.
Salad, Zach.
Yeah, because I was on call. But while I was gone, Justin had a little bit of a vision about, maybe leaving the asphalt and pouring the pad in that kind of where the trampoline is in that front yard there, coming off of that where the stupid carport thing is.
Yeah.
And just tying off of that and going out straight and then putting the basketball goal basically in between your driveway.
Top of the key.
Yeah, top of the key, more or less, between your driveway and mine at the hill there. And then at the time when the kids are done with the basketball goal, we can remove it and then have a nice pad for a patio or a seating area or a fire pit or whatever right there in the middle. But then like on both sides between the garage side driveway and where she parks her van, you could either landscape that or slope it down and incorporate that into make the driveway over towards the garage a little bit bigger. So it's still in the planning phase. Like we haven't really quite nailed anything down, but I think as far as like earth moving and, the easier spot to put it's going to be in that front yard area where the trampoline sits now, so I don't have to remove any asphalt.
Well, and I think to Love's point, and I didn't follow it when he was first saying it, you're going to gain quality doing it where you had it planned. but you're not gaining any paved surface. I mean, maybe a skosh, you know what I mean? But if you pave all that middle, then, park whatever the hell you want to park there.
Right.
And I imagine it's the same money as far as concrete goes. Probably pretty similar.
Yeah.
What's it take to pour a yard of concrete?
About $190.
And then another 200 on labor?
Oh no, we'll do it all ourselves. Like me, well, I couldn't even begin to tell you. Like I don't. If you called up Jaminski's or if you called up the Schraring boys from Jasper, I wouldn't have a clue what a labor rate for concrete is.
Yeah.
I know what I get paid when I pour concrete for an individual on the side, but I don't know if that's, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how he shakes that out. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not, but I would not even be able to tell you. When I say $190, that's probably about the closest you're going to get to a yard of concrete that's not on a Saturday and it's not a small load fee. You know what I mean? Like a normal ass yard of just regular old either 4,000 or 5,000 PSI, just straight ass old concrete. You know what I mean? It's nothing special.
So what are you going to do with the trampoline?
Well, at that point, it'll go somewhere else. Yeah. I had some dirt brought in on the south side of the south side of the garage there that was left over from Mom and Dad's. I'm going to start filling that outlet kind of level and getting rid of that big ass drop on the one side of the garage there and initially that's where we're going to put the concrete was over there, but we were going to have to build a head wall and it was going to be a nightmare. A lot of big undertaking there. That would, in a perfect world, if that didn't slope off so hard, I would have put it over there so I could have mounted a light up on the garage for him and put a net up and all that. But
what do those big concrete Lego blocks cost?
it's 100% Legos. I don't know what they cost. I know
Last time I checked, it's like $150 or $120, but that's just the cost of them. Then you got to have something to pick them up and place them.
That's the biggest part of the whole deal is you got to fucking pour a footer for them. You got to get everything leveled up because if you can't get the bottom level, the whole wall's going to look like shit.
Yeah.
Which we've done it. I mean, we've oh my God, I've set tons of Legos in the time that I've been there where I work now. But I mean, the keyway, it's got a lot of, if the forms, it's a crapshoot. If you get a good quality set of Legos, they'll go together nice. And then you can foam them and they look good. And they're solid and you backfill up, kick the toe and everything will be fine. But if that keyway is just to cut hair off or if there's some overflow from the form and you got to go through there and chip that, it's just a bitch.
Yeah, just a mess. Well,
that's enough construction from one day. Let's take a break.
Yeah, it's time for the pause for the cause. Brought to you by LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing.
We're busy. You're busy. And your grass isn't going to stop growing. That's where LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing comes in. Our buddy Logan Clark is top notch when it comes to keeping your lawn looking good all year. Also, did we mention Logan does pressure washing? Get your deck, patio, or outdoor furniture cleaned up and ready for hosting. Call Logan today at 812-631-4700 or check out LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing on Facebook.
And we are back. Big thank you to LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing for that quick pause for the cause. Brother Dave, wrap us up here for our wonders. What do you got?
For shit's sake, enough with the AI videos already. Now, I do want to point out here, I don't hate all AI videos. The talking Sasquatch, anything that's humorous like that.
Like the jokes on TikTok with the gorilla and the...
Yeah, or if it's like George Washington saying some real unhinged shit, those are great. But I keep getting more and more of these and maybe...
The big chick jumping off the boat and creating the tidal wave?
No, that's funny too.
The zip line breaking?
Yeah.
But there's like videos of like car wrecks and you can tell that it's AI because 1 second the whole axle's like kicked out from underneath and then it's back. Or it crashes and nothing gets dented up. And I feel like I'm seeing a ton of those. And maybe it's because I stop and slow down to watch it and I just keep seeing more and more of these awful... I don't know. It's just been really irking me. Like,
I think.
Come on, folks.
I think the thing too is
here.
like with all this shit going on in Iran and like the videos that you're seeing of the missiles and the counter strikes and all that shit. It's like what's real and what's not. You know what I mean? Like on Twitter's real bad about it. Like you never know.
Yeah, I saw
What
one
the
of
hell?
a plane landing, like a bad landing on an aircraft carrier, and like the whole nose of the plane went into the deck, and the deck didn't break, and then the plane popped back out, and the nose was, you know what I mean? Like it's
Well, they're not even quality. That's the
what
problem.
I mean. They're just shit.
If you
And-
got a quality AI video, yeah, props to you.
Oh, you mean the quality AI video like that little Chihuahua that was?
I thought that was real too.
My wife would have bet $1 million that little Chihuahua was being raised by them wolves. And I mean, she was serious as a heart attack. And I said, "Are you?"
Them wolves would eat that chihuahua in a
That's
heartbeat.
exactly what I said. I said that son of a bitch ain't much bigger than a damn rabbit. Like that
Yeah.
thing was toast. And she said, "Oh no way, that's real." I said, "Google it."
Google
And
it.
she did, and then she looked at me and she said, "Oh my god,
Well,
it's not real." I said, "I know."
no, I've been trying to tell you that. I think it's funny. Do you remember like the debates of whether the dress was like blue or green or
Yeah.
whatever? And
Yeah.
now it's almost like a debate. You send out a video and somebody's like, "Man, that's real as shit." And you're like, "No, dude, that's AI." Like that's where we're at with
Yeah.
it.
Some of them are really good. Like there was a video earlier this fall around hunting season whenever some guy had killed a mule deer and was like loading it in the bed of his truck, and a goddamn mountain lion just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then that turned into like bears eating people off
And it
their
like
porch.
swiped the shoulder of the damn guy, like, "Excuse me, sir, I'll be having this mule deer."
Yeah.
And the guy just stands there and watches this, 180-pound fucking mountain lion take this mule deer out of the bed of his truck. "Did you see that shit, dude? What the hell?" And I'm like, you cannot be serious. You cannot think for 1 minute that a wild-ass mountain lion is just going to come up and swipe this deer out of the back of the truck while you're standing there.
I just had a David Smoker moment. But what if the creation of all these AI videos, especially the ones that are super realistic, are all meant to be just a complete distraction from everything else?
Oh, God. Well, they got us.
Mm-hmm. It's working.
Now, let's go into the nuts and bolts of this AI stuff with those data centers.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that, like, all those caricatures, the Chat GPT generations of, like, people's profile pictures, they said how much energy that it takes to create those with those data centers is probably enough energy to, like, power your house for
like
a
there
week.
isn't enough water to float California or something. But
Yeah.
It's interesting because this is the world that we're in, and it's funny. We used to have the big, we want to conserve energy and be green energy, but we keep onboarding these products that absolutely drain energy to the extent. I mean, everybody thought those data centers were great, and then all of a sudden, those that have them started to realize, like, oh shit, we're having blackouts or brownouts when we never used to, when we're using energy on a,
I'm still not. I've not looked at any of the data or even attempted to, and I'm sure it takes a lot to do those. But I think it's more that there's millions of people doing it at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you could probably get the same thing done with your PC. I mean, you'd have to have a higher end PC, but like, it's not going to kill the power in your house if you're doing that all locally. I don't think. Like, you're gonna.
Well, if you had a data, so let's say instead of the solar fields and battery energy storage there on the south side between Huntingburg and Holland, you put one of those data centers in there, it's going to affect your power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's going to affect your water. I mean, that's the thing that these have become problematic is they're a drain on an already very, very like on 1 foot on a banana peel, the other one in a grave energy infrastructure stuff. I mean, just look at, in Huntingburg, the wastewater update there. Majority of that's Farbest. That's not a data center, but they produce so much that, you got to do it to keep up to service your citizens.
A lot of growth
Well, yeah, you put
House-wise, too. Hunter's Crossing.
you put the Hunter Crossings in there.
big,
Yeah, you don't have the infrastructure.
all the big, those big apartment complexes going up north of town there.
And we
Like,
tie one on, run the stereo in here. We're kicking on nuclear backup somewhere, I bet.
yeah.
Well, I think I saw
66 inches of subwoofer in this motherfucker.
because when the legislative session in the state of Indiana is closed, and I think one of the bills that got through was to basically remove the state regulatory stuff for
Yeah.
nuclear power
Zoning.
and just make it federal, which the federal should govern that to that extent. But I think you're going to see nuclear become more and more popular.
It's too volatile. It's too unsafe.
I disagree.
They put that shit in submarines and those warships, and
Why do they not build more nuclear-generated power plants every year?
because the regulation to get them built is freaking insane.
Yeah.
And there's other industry for power that a lot of people are making money off of in the country.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
Don't get me wrong. If one blows up, that's a bad deal.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it does make waste, but there's other nuclear. Just in the last couple weeks, somebody has.
They were able to get a fusion without having the nuclear waste aspect of it.
and they used a different isotope, and I think, and they did this back in like 1800 and something, and proved
Yeah.
that it
Fusion
was
or fission? Nuclear fission?
fission. I think if it's hot, fusion is. I think it's fission. Could be wrong. I don't know. But at any rate, he made a more efficient system to do that same thing they found out
Yeah.
they could do 200 years ago. Not 200, but 100 years ago. But now with all the other advancements, it seems to be a potentially feasible.
Well, I
outlet.
saw there was big wind energy was taking a hit because they were talking about those wind turbines and what it takes to build them, of the materials that
They're
a certain
huge.
segment of the population says we shouldn't do. Plus the oil. I think the one they said it takes like 700 gallons of like oil to keep it lubricated for it to spin like it was.
Probably cooled, too, huh?
Yeah, because I would say that'd be pretty hot when you get to turn.
They're awful tall. It depends on how far the oil. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
can run 150 foot down to cool it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know
Depending
how.
on the system. But some of that, I don't know. And I'm not trying to be Mr. Green Energy or anything, but
We're a pro green energy podcast, Dave. We
well,
always
just
have
the other
been.
side of it, it's how much life you can get out of it. Now, if they only last 3 years, you're never going to get back out of there. But if they can make them reliable enough to where
Well, I think that's
they
some
can
of the,
run for 50 or 60 years and still maintain 70% of their efficiency, or so I imagine you can get a return on the investment.
Well, and some of that I wonder, like these larger scale solar projects. I think the problem of it is they're so subsidized, and I know there's a lot of the other industries in the world are subsidized, oil industry subsidized, all that stuff. But I think some of those, like the dollar return on that's why those companies don't hold on to them but for a handful of years. Because each year that solar panel ages, you're another year closer to having to replace all of that.
Yeah.
And if that subsidy's not there when it comes time to replace, you got these panels sitting out there that aren't doing, but they're not going to touch them, because that's what'll be interesting down here is in that 30 years. So when we're 68, 69, 70, if it gets to that point, but also who's left holding the paper in the end when it's just some company that comes in to recycle them and they get the money for recycling them. Because you're going to have to replace those panels sometime. They're not going to last 30 years.
They're supposed to.
If they're maintained, I think that's feasible. Again, they won't have the output at the last 10 years they did the first 20 years.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But I think that they, shy of some natural disaster or some other outside.
Some hooligans throwing
bricks
rocks at them.
But, yeah, I think it's, I don't know.
Because they're moving right along there in Duff.
Mm-hmm.
That landscape's
wild.
changed forever.
I'm all for one, if that's your property, do what you want, but I sure wouldn't want to sit on that front porch and look out there at that.
Yeah, that's
spot.
a big thing. I think we're just going to put turkey houses in ours for our neighborhood. Just put a bunch of turkey houses in.
Yep. I think I'm going to build low-income housing
Where at?
wherever I want.
Put it there in like that swamp area.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Cut down all the woods. You can open a daycare center too.
Yeah. Leering Center.
But yeah, so you know,
goddamn AI, man.
but those AI videos, they get tons of views though. It's insane.
Yeah,
Hey, our thumbnails are all AI.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying the clickbait video. I don't know why, but like, just I feel like most of my feed anymore is just some video. Oh my gosh, a hawk ate a dolphin, and what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, just all this dumb shit. And I'm
Loch Ness Monster.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. It is entertaining, but I hate the people that create a page and all they do is AI videos. And that's because that's what hits on the
Like, these are funny. You know, like the you know, like the Sora. I think Sora, is that how you say it? Sora?
I don't know.
I think Sora is the one of the bigger creators of these, like the funny, like Stephen Hawking riding a bull. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these are pretty. You know what I mean? Like,
That's not real.
no, you know what I mean? Like, but that's the thing. Like, the AI ones are funny. Like, if you know that they're not real. Like, obviously Stephen Hawking is not, nor has he ever.
And I do get a kick out of those.
He's never fucking been on a vert ramp in the X Games in his life when he was alive. But like, those are funny to me. But the ones that are like, they're trying to hoodwink you. You know what I mean? And they look realistic as shit. But then when you come to find out, you go to the comments, that's fucking fake.
Yeah.
You know, like, God dang it.
Well, think about this. Here's what is so interesting about AI. It's such a Swiss Army knife of utilization because there's a ton of businesses that use AI for everything they do to make it more efficient, more lean,
marketing,
all that
logistics,
stuff.
like all of it.
Use it all. And then us knuckle dragger mouth breathers are like, let's create an AI video. But there are people making buku money because they're cutting out human jobs that they've used for AI to be leaner and do what they need to do. And it's insane. Yeah. It's a I don't know if do you ever think that they perfect AI?
Mm-hmm. I do. I think, like, in multiple facets too. Like,
I could see AI perfecting itself. Than we
like on the Gemini stuff and all the whatever the like Apple Intelligence, the chat bots and all that stuff, the chat GPTs and all that. Like, that's a wild, wild world, man.
Dave, I think you need to name this fly like Horse or something.
Yeah.
Seems like a good fly name.
Horus.
Yeah. Do you guys get on Twitter for Grok?
Gronk.
There's no in there.
There's not?
It's GROK.
Huh. No.
I'm almost positive, isn't it?
No, I've never done it before.
I've never used it, but I love going to it to see what its explanation is on what people post.
It's totally Grok. There's no N. I'll be damned. For the longest time, I thought it was an N. Gronk.
Isn't that guy plays football or something?
Yeah, he used to.
He used to. Yeah. He's retired.
Fucking me did.
Yeah, good for him.
But
He's made a lot of money.
Yeah, no, I've never used the AI on Twitter. No.
Tesla probably leading the charge in AI there with Elon.
Maybe.
Could be.
What if it's all just a house of cards? It's all bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess it depends on if you're trying to get a house of cards or something else.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. We're not AI though.
No.
You can tell.
We're as real as real gets.
Yeah.
Right here.
We'll see what happens. Our buddy Josh Luker likes to use AI for a lot of things.
And I'm a fan.
He's pretty good at the Photoshop input.
See, like this one right here. Like, that's AI as shit. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't real.
Them are real.
Yeah, those are for sure.
It's time for Brado's 3 Big Things, brought to you by Merkley and Sons.
Some people don't stop grilling in the wintertime. Some do. We don't judge, we listen. For those that do, stop. This is a friendly reminder that putting garbage meat products on your grill leads to garbage results. All the pros of the grill know that when it comes to meat products, the place to get them is Merkley & Sons, the ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts. Oh, by the way, welcome back to grilling season.
The first one here from Brado. Britney Spears arrested. The pop superstar was arrested Wednesday night on suspicion of driving under the influence. According to the California Highway Patrol. Should have read that all in one sentence instead of taking that big long pause. Okay, Esquire, our resident Dutchman lawyer, how are you defending Miss Spears in court? Well,
I'd have to ask what the probable cause was for the pullover.
Well, the first thing you would want to do is, see what the stop was about. Was it a legit stop? Was it not a legit stop?
Were they profiling her?
It could be.
Yeah.
Or she was bouncing off cars on two different lanes of traffic, and they had enough for the probable cause stop. I wasn't aware that she was arrested for DUI, but yeah, that's the first thing you kind of look at.
I guess I'm surprised she drives herself.
Oh, she's broke.
I thought, because she doesn't have that trust anymore, right?
Oh, I don't know. She spiraled out of control pretty hard there for a while.
You know, my opinion of her is just like poor old Shia LaBeouf. Just, god dang, man.
Leave them alone.
They're screwing up, but you ain't helping them out. Like, it's going to keep happening. You're just fueling the fire, hoping that you get another headline out of it.
Well, that's why this happens the way it does. But on the flip side, the sad thing of it is the pop star kind of teen child star thing. These people's lives have been ran by somebody forever. Mm-hmm. And then they almost become institutionalized by actually not even being in an institution, but because everything's controlled. So then when that finally get to that point where they can have this freedom, they just don't know how to freaking handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd want to look at the stop first, and then we'd want to see, was it drugs, alcohol? There's some other things we'd look at there. But if she got out to do the heel toe thing and busted out dance moves, it probably doesn't help the case. Mm-hmm. Well, we'd have to see. So, adult participation awards, interesting. There were mixed reactions to the LA Marathon's decision to allow runners to take home finisher medals if they ran 18 miles instead of the full 26.2 mile distance. Organizers said the decision was made to avoid heat-related health risk for participants. From Brado, whoa, wait a minute. Being a runner's podcast, how do the Dutchmen feel about this? Brado's saying no way.
Yeah, I'm with Brado. Yeah, if you can't run the whole marathon, then you shouldn't get a marathon finisher's medal.
Now, we'll back a person if they try and don't make it, but we're definitely not giving them a medal for...
Yeah, if you're running 18 miles just because you're going to run 18 miles...
Because you didn't want to run the other 8.2?
Yeah, because you didn't want to run the rest, then, tough shit. Better luck next year. Or sign up for a marathon where it's not so hot.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. A marathon distance is 26.2.
Yeah.
So why, if you didn't want to run the full 26.2, they have this other thing called a half marathon that you could have easily signed up to run.
13.1 is,
And I'm not saying none of us are going to run a marathon or even a half a marathon. And I'm not saying it's not a good achievement to still try and fail, but I just don't think you deserve a medal.
But if you fail because the old calf cramps up and you can't go any further, first off, we're going to make sure you're okay. Then we're going to make fun of you. But, I mean, the reality of it is our boy that we backed, Mr. Chase Bland, there was no quitting him when he went to Houston and ran.
No.
I mean, he finished at 26.2 with blood, sweat, and tears. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, for us, as the running connoisseurs as we are, I mean, having watched a live marathon happen, the guy that finished the race that shit himself.
Oh, shit leg, yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves a medal.
Maybe he didn't shit till after mile 18, and he would have been a prime candidate for this to hit the Porta John, call it a day.
Yeah, you're not getting a participation a medal in the Dutchman Marathon if you don't finish it.
Well, and some of this, let's be honest, this is all just a marketing grab or some kind of signal to
pussification of America.
Yeah, 26.2 is a marathon, not 18.
Right.
March Madness. We are 1 week away from Selection Sunday. with the 68 teams that will compete in the 2026 NCAA men's basketball tournament are announced. When the 68 teams are announced, nearly half of those teams will qualify automatically through conference tournaments, which got underway last week. So if you're listening to this now, Selection Sunday's actually in a couple days. This coming Sunday will be Selection Sunday. Is it just me, or has March Madness kind of lost its luster? Is it because of NIL? Maybe it's because the Hoosiers aren't any good anymore. I think Brado's signaling that I use a football school. What say the Dutchmen?
I like Selection Sunday because we do an auction every year, and we get our teams together and fill our brackets out and do all that stuff. So I mean, as far as that aspect goes, I feel like it's still there. And then I like to watch it. I like to watch the games as they progress through the bracket. When you get down to the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 and all that stuff, and when the basketball starts getting really good, it's some would say it's the best time of the year, just like the college playoffs and the World Series and all of it. It's just a thing, and I don't know. I don't think it's lost its luster too much. Like me personally, in my world.
What about you?
Believe it or not, I feel like I have less to put into this than Britney Spears' legal troubles or whatever the hell
the
participation trophies and marathons.
You don't get into any of it?
No.
I'll say this. I think to Brado's point, I think what's ruined a little bit of this is the fact sports wagering probably has an effect on it. Mm-hmm. I don't know that the NIL's as pronounced in basketball. It seems like it's bigger in football.
I don't know. Well, I'll give you.
You hear about it more. Maybe it's because we watch more, consume more of the football.
Yeah.
But maybe not as much as basketball until it gets to this time. But I think what you've realized is because the NCAA expanded it from 64 teams, and they would tell you that originally it was 16 teams, and they went to 32 and all that stuff. I think a lot of it has become so commercialized because they have bills to pay. And so I think you see a lot more of the commercialization out of it, which could probably make it a little bit tougher. But I still think there's nothing like turning on the TV for a 12:02 or 12:07 tip. And especially, in a heavy basketball state like Indiana is, I think it still matters. But I think it's wild. First year of law school, we did I was talking to a few of the guys. I was like, we need to do an auction. Everybody throw $20 in. Mm-hmm. Everybody will get how many ever teams we've got divided into an equal number, and we'll just auction them off. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you guys have never had an auction? You never filled out a bracket? And they're like, no. Like, it's a weird. So I think we're a big basketball area, the Hoosier hysteria of all of it. But I think you get outside of this bubble, and I think there's some people that say, yeah, I like it, but maybe not till it gets to the Final Four.
Right.
But they're not crushing brackets to do this or do that. And I don't know. For some, it's different than others, I guess. So,
yeah.
I don't know. That's it from Merkley and Sons. Brado's 3 big things. We appreciate it, Merkley and Sons and Brado, for his continue. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. Been a minute.
I mean, is he okay?
Busy. I've seen him driving the other day. He's alive.
He's alive. Okay,
Good,
that's
good,
good.
good.
That's good. It's time. It's come to an end. And our friend up there at the Rugged Foot is going to bring you this final thoughts.
Springtime season is known for the mud and the muck. You know the best local shop for boots and shoes? The Rugged Foot on 4th Street in Huntingburg. Our buddy Mike only carries the best products from boots for the mud and muck to shoes and boots for the office. Seriously, Mike is all about customer service. He will get you set up with the right boots that are comfortable and stylish. Head on up to historic 4th Street in Huntingburg and see Mike at the Rugged Foot.
All right, Brother Dave.
Nothing profound. Don't be a dick. Keep on wondering.
So yeah, same here. I don't have much to say other than keep your eyes on the prize, and if you're going to run a marathon, finish the damn thing. Baseball season will be here before you know it. We'll be mowing grass before you know it. Make sure you get your mowers serviced and ready to go. Don't just half-ass it and hope it works. Just do things the right way. And if you got a project to do with your wife, just
embrace it.
Yeah, do it. And happy wife, happy life. That's my thanks. That's what I say. But Keep your stick on the ice. Thanks.
Big thank you this month to Velpin Trucking and Disposal, Hof Outdoor Power, LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing, Merkley and Sons, and of course the Rugged Foot. We appreciate them coming on this month. Appreciate all you wonders out there that like, share, comment, keep spreading the good word. We love when we see stuff shared, so that helps us out, and we always appreciate that. So if you enjoy the show, share with your friends. We would appreciate that. My only thing is this. Now is the perfect time to get outside, get those bare feet in some green grass, just soak up some of that sun you've missed this entire winter. I'm not saying we're completely out of it, because there could always be an April snow shower, but certainly get out and enjoy the weather, the good days. Leave the phone at home. Just get out with Mother Nature. I think, that's good for everybody. So with that, until next time, we appreciate you tuning in.
Dutchman out.